Good evening, friends. Myself, Dr. Samir Dashputre, Assistant Professor in Department of Mathematics, Government College, Arjunda. Today, we discuss the sequence of real numbers. In this video lectures, we discuss the sequence of real numbers, basic properties like that boundedness, convergence of sequence, monotonically increasing and decreasing sequence, some theorem related to the sequence of the real numbers, and along with this we discuss the some basic theorems related to the sequence of the real numbers here. Before that, we define the sequence of the real numbers. The sequence of the real number is nothing but it is a function from natural number to real number. That is, here f is a mapping from set of natural number to set of real number, and its member is defined in this way, Sn. That is a function which defined from the set of natural number to set of real number. Then it is called the sequence of the real numbers here. That is, the domain is a natural number and the codomain is a set of real number, and it is denoted by Sn. The S1, S2, S3, S4, they are called the number, they are called the terms of the sequence. Like that, suppose S1 denote the first term of the sequence, S2 denote the second term of the sequence, and S3 denote the third term of the sequence, and S4 and etc. here. Okay, the Sn denote the nth term of the sequence, nth term of the sequence here. Okay, now we consider the some examples of the sequence like that. Say suppose Sn, it is equal to -1 to the power n, where n belongs to set of natural number. So first we compute the S1, that is equal to -1. We compute the S2, that is we put n, it is equal to 2, then it is +1. We put 3, then S3 becomes -1, and so on. So here we observe that we have the terms is -1, +1, -1, +1, and etc. Now again we observe that this particular sequence contain only two terms, 1 and -1, that is it is -1 and +1. Therefore its range is finite. That range is finite. The range of Sn is your -1 and +1, and obviously it contains the countable number of the elements, therefore it is your finite. But instead of this, we consider this example. The Sn, it is equal to 1 upon n, where this n belongs to set of natural number. Then if we calculate the S1, then first term is 1, then 1/2, then 1/3, and 1/4, and etc. So here we observe that we have the distinct elements in this set. The range of this set is obviously, now we take the Sn, the range of this set is infinite. It contains the distinct elements, so range of Sn is here infinite here, because it contained the infinitely many terms in this set. So according to this concept, we have the two range sets. One, the range set is finite, and second, the range set is the infinite. What is the definition of the range of a sequence? Range set of a sequence. The range set of a sequence is a set which contains the distinct elements without repetitions, distinct elements. Okay, then it is called the range of a sequence here. Now we come to the property, that is property, it means that we come to the boundedness of a sequence. bounded above. Let here Sn be a sequence of real number, then this is sequence of real number, then it is bounded above if there exists a real number, say capital K, such that the Sn is less than or equal to K, capital K, for all n belongs to natural number. That is, here for each n, the Sn will be lesser than or equal to positive number K, then we say that this sequence is bounded above. That means it is the K is the least number. Okay, K is a least number for which each term of this sequence is less than or equal to K. Now we consider the example. Suppose we take Sn, it is equal to 2 upon n plus 1. We take this example, best suitable example. The Sn, it is equal to 1 upon n, for each n belongs to natural number. Now we compute the terms. S1, that is 1, S2 is 1 by 2, S3 is 1 by 3, and so on. So here we observe that each Sn, each Sn is lesser than or equal to 1. So obviously it is lesser than or equal to 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on here. That is, each term of this sequence is less than or equal to 1. Then this K is here 1 for each n. Then this 1, that is, this sequence Sn is bounded above. The sequence is bounded above by a number 1. That is, it is called the bounded above sequence here. Now, in the same context, if each member of this term of the sequence is like that, this type, this Sn is a sequence of real number, then it is called bounded below. Just we change this definition. Bounded below, if there exists a real number small k, such that this Sn is greater than or equal to small k for each n belongs to natural number. Now we consider the same example here again. The Sn, it is equal to 1 by n for n belongs to natural number. Then we have a sequence 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 and so on. So each term of this sequence is greater than 0. That is, Sn is greater than or equal to 0 for all n belongs to natural number. Then this Sn is bounded below by 0 here. It is bounded below by the 0.
Start.
Now it is bounded below by the 0 here. So we discussed the two important concepts in this case. One is bounded above and second one is bounded below. In the case of the bounded above, each member of the sequence is less than by some k for the real number k, and in the case of the below, it is greater than by some k here. Now we club these 2 points. Club this 2 concept, that is a sequence Sn with a sequence of real number is said to be bounded, if it is both bounded above and below. That is, both exist. That is, small k and capital K both are exist. Then we say that the sequence is bounded. If any one is exist, like that, suppose in some examples the bounded above is exist but below is does not exist. In that case, it is unbounded sequence here. Similarly, here converse, if it is a below is exist but above is does not exist, so it is unbounded sequence here. So what is the definition? A sequence of a real number is said to be bounded if there exists if both it is bounded above and bounded below. So that is this. Suppose your Sn is your sequence, then it is lesser than by equal to k, where k is bounded above, and is smaller than greater than by small k, it is bounded below. So this statement can be written as the mod of Sn is less than or equal to k for all n belongs to capital N. That is, we say that the sequence is bounded below and bounded above, both exist, then it is bounded. Now we come some to numerical examples. Consider some numerical examples. So first we take this numerical example, very simple numerical examples. The example is Sn, it is equal to minus 1 to the power n, where n belongs to natural number. We compute we know that the sequence consists only two element, minus 1 and plus 1. So one is, each member of the term is lesser than by equal to 1, and each member of term is greater than or equal to minus 1. That is, our sequence Sn is greater than or equal to minus 1 but less than or equal to plus 1, or you can say that this Sn is less than or equal to minus 1 by using the definition of the mod function. Therefore this Sn is less than or equal to 1 for all n belongs to natural number. So we can say that our sequence Sn is bounded. Sn is bounded. Now we consider another example. The Sn, it is equal to Sn, it is equal to n times sine pi upon n. We discuss the boundedness of this sequence for all n belongs to natural number. So we use the definition of the boundedness. The Sn, mod of Sn, it is equal to n times the sine pi by n, which is equal to n times the mod of sine pi by n. We know that the sine theta is less than n for every angle. Okay, that is, the minimum value is minus 1 and maximum value is plus 1. So that this is lesser than or equal to n times pi upon n. Okay, so it will be pi. The pi is 3.14. That is, it is finite. So Sn is less than or equal to pi for all n belongs to n. So our Sn is, the sequence is bounded. The sequence is bounded here. So we have this example. But if we take this example, we can take this example instead of these two examples. If we take this example, Sn, it is equal to suppose n for all n belongs to natural number. So if you calculate each term of this sequence like that, you start from n is equal to 1. The first term is 1, second term is 2, then 3, then 4, and etc. You observe that the each member of this sequence is greater than or equal to 1, but there is no value of n which is, there is no value of k which is less than or equal to this n. That means we have no such k exist in this case, no such k exists in this manner, no such k, because it tends to the infinity. So this problem is bounded below, but bounded above does not exist here. So Sn is bounded below, Sn is bounded below, but not above. Therefore Sn is unbounded sequence. Sn is unbounded sequence here. So what is the exact procedure to calculate the boundedness of a sequence? You can find out the below and above. You can find out the below and above here. If both are exist in the given sequence, then we say that the sequence is bounded, otherwise it is unbounded sequence here. So in the next video lecture, we discuss the convergence of a sequence, limit of a sequence, the relation between the boundedness and the convergence of the sequence here. Thank you.